Boom. Wait, it kicked me back. Yep, there it goes. Are we going to be live or are we not going to be live? That's what I want to know. Oh, it looks like we are going to be live. It looks like we're going to be live. We're going to have some fun today. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're ready. Dude, we got all kinds of fun stuff going on. We got an amazing guest today. Super high energy. Me and this dude just jam all the time. So it's going to be super stinking excited. All right. Can you tell? Can you tell? Yes, I'm super excited. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So now I've got all these things going on. So I've got to unmute over there on the Clubhouse side. Done that. And then I'm going to click this little video that you guys are going to like, and I'm going to do it over here, and I'm going to do it over on Clubhouse, and it's going to be amazing. Are you ready? Get in here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, there's so much going on this morning. This is crazy. Hey, for those of you that are watching live, I apologize. We are a couple minutes behind on our start time today. For those of you that are watching on replay, just completely ignore what I just said because it's got nothing to do with you. You wouldn't even know if I didn't even say anything. So just forget that I said anything. All right. But for those of you that are watching live, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday, January 29th, 2021. Wow. Month is gone. Just like that. Everybody was like, get 2020 in here. And now 2021's here and it's going like that. Absolutely crazy. So today is the 29th. We have a special, incredible guest today. I'm going to bring him in here in just a second. However, with that said, dude, I opened up my Rise and Grind planner this morning. Right? I opened up my Rise and Grind planner this morning and I popped right to the top because every single day in the Rise and Grind planner has a quote, right? It has a quote that is submitted by a member of the Rise and Grind group, but it's not actually their quote. Does that make sense? They submit their favorite quote and that's what we print in the Rise and Grind planner. So I opened up my planner this morning. I'm doing my gratitude and goals, 3:20 a.m. and my man, Miles Price. Dude, this dude right here is the G. Miles Price is a salesman down at Furman Chevrolet in Florida. Now he came from the server industry, but he's killing it down there. So I opened it up and Miles, his quote this morning was, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. So I read that this morning and I thought, wow, man. That's powerful little insight from this guy, right? Like this dude's like 22 years old or something like that. Imagine if I would have had that mindset when I was 22. What if you would have had that insight when you were 22? And I just thought it was incredibly fitting because all week we've been talking about the law of attraction, ask for and thou shalt receive. We've been talking about like casting your vision and doing all of those things, right? And basically creating your own life, right? Your own reality. And so I thought, man, that just fit absolutely perfect. And I'm going to talk to Billy about that here in just a little bit. But for those of you that don't know me, my name is Glenn Lundy. I am the host of hashtag Rise and Grind. That's right. This is episode number 797. We've been doing this at 5:30 a.m. for the last 3 years because I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of crazy. I'm also the creator of the hashtag Rise and Grind group on Facebook. This is a group of over 30,000 crazy people that are all about motivation, education, and inspiration. It is the safest place on the internet, I promise you. If you're not a part of that group, go be a part of that group. It's super safe. You'll never find any politics or any division or any hate or any of that stuff. There's like 52 moderators that keep that sucker clean. Believe me, I know. They message me all the time. They're like, dude, we got to get rid of this dude. I'm like, hey, chill out. You ain't got to get rid of him yet. And then usually a day or two later, we have to get rid of him. But that's all right, right? So you need to be a part of that group. I'm also the founder. I love that word. I'm the founder of Breakfast with Champions over on Clubhouse. And this is where we spend 5 hours with other champions, people like some of the most successful people in the world. And we give everybody a seat at the table so we can learn from one another, all of those things. It's absolutely amazing. If you're on Clubhouse, you have to be a part of that. Now, listen, today, I have a very special guest with me. All right. Today, my special guest, Mr. Billy Samoa Saleebey. This dude is a critically acclaimed film writer. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. A critically acclaimed film writer, former Tesla Solar City developer, this guy, and a founder of Insight Media. He's producing podcasts. He's producing videos. Ultimately, he's producing courses that are memorable and action oriented. That's what he does, right? Everything that he's all about, experience, right? A show about life's breakthrough moments. That's what he's all about. Him and I hooked up on a podcast before, and it was amazing. We had a good time. And so I'm like, you know what? We got to bring Billy to the masses because everybody needs a little Billy in his life. So I'm about to let him in here. I am about to let him in here. He's waiting patiently in the green room. He's like, get me in there, Glenn. Get me in there. I'm about to bring him in. However, before I do, you know what we got to do, folks. We got to do a little dancing on this show. That's how it works. You know what we got to do. We got to dance just a little bit. I wonder if Billy's a dancer. Are you a dancer, Billy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is a dancer. That's right. We're going to get him up in here. It's going to be amazing. Hey, for those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way you start your day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. All right, Adam Aarons, I truly believe that. This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you, whether you're watching live, on replay, maybe you're watching on YouTube, maybe you're listening to the podcast, wherever it is, say what's up. I will track you down. I mean, I will see you, and I will say what's up to you. So make sure you say what's up. All right. Right now, I see a bunch of people over on Clubhouse. I see a bunch of my moderators, like the joint venture expert and Brian and Scott and Jarrett and Ashley and Mario and Josh and Kayvon and Coach Isaac's in the house and Sarah and Fireman. But I also see Wendy and Trey Congleton. I see Jerome and Jeff Baker's up in the house. I see Valerie and Alyssa and Rachel and Jasmine. Oh my goodness. There's all kinds of people up in there over on Clubhouse. For those of you that are on Clubhouse, do me a favor, ping some people into the room. Because I promise you, there ain't no other room on Clubhouse that they should be in than this room right here. I'm just putting it out there. All right? You can quote me on that. You need to get in here. Billy, you still dancing over here?
Baby, I'm dancing. Yeah.
He's still in it. I love it. And for those of you that are over here on Facebook, I want to say good morning to you as well. What's up, J.R. White? How you doing, Tabitha Walls? Joel Tomlinson, Jama Newhoff's in the house. Krista Bug. What's up, Will Ramsey? We got Tabby Negrit, Terry Collins. I've missed you, Terry. It's great to see you. What's up, Kelly Taylor? We got Ray Hatcher in the house. Rick Tamburino, the Tambourine Man. Dude, everybody's up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind this morning. Y'all feeling it yet? Have I woke you up yet? If you did not have energy coming in and you still don't have energy as of right now, there is something wrong with you. I'm just saying. I love you. We're friends. We're friends. To be kind is to be clear. All right, we're going to dive in. We got to get Billy in here. He is the man. So let's run this quick little, where's this little thing, this little segue thing? I don't know where it went. It disappeared. All right. Well, then we'll just run this one. Let's go. And then we'll bring Billy up in here. You guys ready? Let's do it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Dude, Billy, have you ever seen anything like this?
What is going on? Whoa. What's up, man? It's good to see you, brother. Love it. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Dude,
Electric.
Yes, that's what it's all about, right? We got to bring that energy. This is when you do a show at 5:30 in the morning, bro, you have to be the most energetic person in the room. That is a requirement.
Dude, I feel you. And I feel you coming through. I mean, dude, you were here with me. So thank you.
Imagine if I came in here at 5:30 a.m. every day, dude, and I was just like, good morning, good morning, good morning. How do you think that show would do?
Dude, no, it's you wouldn't have anybody listening right now. I know that.
It probably wouldn't work out too well. I'm thinking, hey, dude, we have to celebrate something together right here this morning. Although this is episode 797 of #Rise and Grind, this is also episode number 20 of Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse. However, this is episode number 1. This is the very first time that we've ever done an interview on both Rise and Grind and Breakfast with Champions at the same time. You, sir, are the first.
Boom! Simulcast. Oh, man, I hope it's coming through okay. I can't hear myself. This is weird. I'm used to being on Clubhouse, but not with this whole thing. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Have you unmuted on Clubhouse? Let me look. I'm gonna look.
I have unmuted.
Yeah, I see the gray bar around your head, bro. So you must be coming through good.
Good. Okay.
Flash your mics over there on Clubhouse if you can hear my man Billy over there. Somebody flash your mic. Oh, there's Mario. Thank you, Mario. Yep, everybody can hear you, bro. Check it out. This is like the dawn of a new era.
It's a new era. Yeah, no. And I appreciate the fact that I'm here to be a part of this. I'm in love with this platform. You asked if I'm on it. I'm on it like, I think 20 hours a day. So I'm just trying to be like you, man.
Dude, 20 hours a day. What are you doing the other 4 hours? I mean, come on, Billy. Like, I thought you were a champion, bro.
Oh man, no, dude. This is where it's at, though. I mean, this is where it's at. I mean, this is where you look. This is the ultimate equalizer. You can meet anybody on this platform, and that's the beauty of it. And like literally anybody that you maybe thought you couldn't meet, you can meet them here. And that's just a unique proposition that I think, people need to take advantage of.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's definitely leveled the playing field, right? It's leveled the playing field. It has connected the untouchables with the desirables, right? Mm-hmm. Those that just have enough vision and passion and are willing to put in the work. It's not easy. You can't just jump in Clubhouse, start hanging out with celebrities. It's not how it works. You gotta show up. You gotta put in the work. You gotta make a name for yourself. You gotta establish a reputation for yourself, and you do all that. But within all of that, there's opportunities. I mean, the world just got shrunk like mm-hmm. that, right? Pretty cool.
Well, there's truth in the voice. That's the reality. You can't hide behind an image, a video, a blog post, an article. People hear your soul. I call the voice the window to the soul. People say your eye is the window to the soul. I think your voice is the window to the soul. And people hear truth. They hear if you're genuine, if you're authentic, if you're real, they connect with that. And you don't need to be the best speaker. You don't need to have the most eloquent way of coming across. You just need to be you and speak with heart and emotion. That's what people are attracted to. And when you do that, people are going to be attracted into your orbit.
Dude, Billy, I think you're spot on, man. And I love how you say that. Like the voice is the window to the soul. Like that's the reality. That's the draw, right? I've been trying to really get my fingers on that. I'm like, all right, this is cool, but why do we love it even more than we love video? And I think the reason we love it more than we love video right now is video can be edited, polished, you know, all of these different things, right? But in Clubhouse, all you can bring is your voice, and that tells everything about you, right? Inflection and pace and all of that stuff. Like, you either get an icky feeling or you get an amazing feeling on every voice you hear, right?
You can't hide. That's the reality. You cannot hide. You can't hide behind anything because it's just you, and that's it. And people hear that. And the other beautiful thing about it is it gives a new meaning to what it means to connect on an intimate, deep level that you really can't get any other way in any other social media platform where you're just going and DMing or doing something like that. You're actually connecting at a heart level with people. And I think that resonates. I think that's the reason why people are connecting. That's the reason people are spending as much time on this platform as they are, is because of that human to human connection. And it's really interesting that this platform has come out when it has, because if you think about it, the world needed this and it came out right now.
So much, man. Like, the timing on it.
Dude, it's insane.
It's like it was scripted, not like rabbit hole scripted, but like divinely scripted.
There are no accidents.
Yeah, like we've been, you guys have been getting pummeled for the last year, so here you go. Like,
totally.
Here you go. Here's a gift. Everything's going to be all right. All right, dude, because you and I are both Clubhouse junkies, we could probably spend the next 14 hours talking about Clubhouse, in Clubhouse, and through Clubhouse.
No doubt, no doubt.
However, there's probably some people are on here that are like, all right, dude, I'm on Android, and I don't want to hear another thing about Clubhouse. So we're going to shift the conversation just a little bit. We'll probably get back there, though. I'm just saying.
Please. I need it.
I know. It's like the crack house. All right.
Withdrawals. Oh, my God.
That's right. All right, bro, dude. Here's the first question I have for you. Right. And I always, every time I prepare a show, like, I do some research and stuff ahead of time, but I just write the show in the moment, in the morning, right? I just like look up. I'm like, bro, what do you want me to say? And for some reason, I've never let out with this question. Bro, what's the newest thing in your world right now? But you can't say Clubhouse.
Oh, come on. The newest thing in my world right now. Wow.
See?
That's a good question, man. And I didn't expect that one. Okay. The newest thing in my world right now. To me, I think the newest thing in my world right now is understanding how thoughts and my own unique thoughts are something that I'm paying more attention to. And what I mean by that is, you hear thought leadership all the time. Well, what is thought leadership? Thought leadership is when you are saying something that no one else is saying. No one else is saying what you're sharing. And that's what a leader does. The leader is stepping out of their comfort zone and sharing something that they're not going to hear anywhere else. And so for me, the newest thing in my life is really reflecting on my past, on what I've done and my experiences, and thinking about what are the takeaways from my life that I could share with other people. And so for me, the biggest takeaway and the word that I'm going to share with you is the word surprise. And so I haven't shared this yet, but I'm actually working on a book about surprise, because I think fundamentally what most humans remember is when they're surprised. And see, the mind, the way it works is we ignore things that are the same. Have you ever driven from point A to point B and you kind of forget because you're on autopilot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's no accident. Your brain is actually hardwired to ignore the things that are the same. And so when we see something that's different, when we see something that's novel or unique, we actually pay attention. And the first thing that happens is we freeze. And once we freeze, we pay attention to whatever it is we're seeing. And then after we freeze, the next thing we do is we try to find like what it is that's different about this thing. And once we find what's different about it, we then shift our psychological understanding of that thing so that we can make sense of it. And the last thing that we do is we share it. And so we live in this world where we want to get noticed. We want to rise above the noise. But the reason most people are unable to rise above the noise is because they don't interrupt a pattern. And so the reason why surprise is so important to me and why it's the thing I'm thinking about most is I think the element of surprise is really what we should all be thinking about as we do pretty much anything. It could be in our relationship, like putting up a Post-it note on my bathroom mirror to my wife that says, I love you. Why does that connect with her more than me saying I love you when we wake up? It's because she's surprised. She doesn't expect it. And this could be with anything we do in life. And so I think as we go through life, I think one of the most important things we could do is think about how are we surprising the people that we interact with, whether that be in work, whether that be in home, whether that be whatever it is that we do. And so for me, to answer your question, the thing that I'm thinking about most is thought leadership, specifically around the element of surprise.
I love it, bro. I love it. Thought leadership around the element of surprise. And I like how you said, like, I've been really like just reflecting on my thoughts. Like, reflecting in itself is it's a thought pattern, right? But actually reflecting on the thoughts, right? Not just reflecting on the past, not just reflecting on the experience, but actually reflecting on your own individual thoughts. How am I thinking? Why am I thinking this way? How do I reprogram this thinking? And how do I utilize the things that I know, like the element of surprise, to create more memorable events? So you're all about creating memorable experiences, right? Like that's your jam.
Totally. I mean, think about it like this. So the reason, so as you mentioned, I worked at Tesla, and I really believe the reason I had success is not because I'm like the smartest guy. I'm not. I had no business working at Tesla. That's the reality. I worked at Tesla because I kept on getting promoted from one role to another role, and I ended up getting recruited to go work at Solar City. And the reason I had success at Solar City is that I would put on live events that frankly blew people away. And then the reason it blew people away is because everything that we did it without a blueprint. And we did it with what I call, and what I've learned from Liz Wiseman, rookie smarts, meaning I didn't have any experience building out a training program, but because I didn't have that experience, I had no rule book. I had no guidelines. And so instead of having some boring corporate training, we would do like American Idol, where we would have them practice their sales pitch in front of Randy, Simon, and Paula. And they would do the sales pitch, and we would give them real-time feedback. And so little things like that are what stand out. And if you think about it from a perspective of what's known as the peak end rule, the thing that stands out the most is the peak of an event and the very end of an event. And so whatever you do, if you throw a party, if you host an event, they're going to remember the highlight from that event and the very, very last thing that happened. And so I always look to make sure that I had a ridiculously high moment and then an amazing, amazing ending. So yeah, man, that's what it's about.
That's what it's about. I love that, man. Creating memorable experiences, using the element of surprise, making sure we have a peak moment and a powerful ending. Dude, what is one of the coolest, like you mentioned the, kind of American Idol type thing, so you've done plenty of cool stuff, obviously, working with some cool companies, some innovative companies, so on and so forth. So what is like one of the coolest things that you've ever done when it comes to, that area, working with some of those disruptive companies like that?
Yeah. Well, when I got hired, or when Solar City was required by Tesla, I had to figure out like what's my role at Tesla. And luckily, I ended up meeting the head of training for Tesla, and he gave me the opportunity to create the onboarding program for Tesla globally. So, okay, that's a pretty big assignment. Here's this disruptive company. How do I create something for any new person that starts at the company anywhere in the world, right? And so it's very challenging to think like, wow, that's a big opportunity. But at the same time, it's Tesla, right? So there's so many things about Tesla that make it unique and amazing. And people are walking in the door with this incredible excitement. And so the last thing they need, it's kind of like what you said in the morning, right? If people came in the morning, you're like, hi, I'm Glenn Lundy. Welcome to the show. Like they wouldn't like it, right? So what we would do is we would create an immersive experience. So for example, we would let if they were at corporate headquarters, we would have test drives of a Tesla, and we would literally filter every new person to do a test drive. And imagine this sitting in a Tesla, it's your first day on the job, and we put it into ludicrous mode, and you're going like, basically G-force, and your cheeks are going in the back of your head, right?
Right.
And then we'd say, okay, now we want you to see how these cars are made. And so we take them to the factory and give them a factory tour. And so the challenge that we have is not everybody works at corporate. So how do we create that same experience everywhere else? And really what we did is we wanted to make it as immersive as possible and give people the same flavor. So leveraging, like, people hate boring trainings. They hate trainings where they fall asleep. So I'm a big believer in movement and activities that will literally change the disrupt what they think's going to happen. It goes back to that surprise. So doing things like Kahoot, if you know what that is, it's basically a game where you could use your phone as the controller, and you could basically answer questions remotely. So we do that sort of thing to keep people engaged and to keep them excited. And then the other thing that I'll share real quickly is think about anything that you do. Think about, like, I used to throw parties, right? And so it was a New Year's Eve party. I did a New York theme on top of the roof of a hotel in Hollywood. And so I want this to be a New York theme. So rather than just call it a New York theme, I designed a ball that would drop at the strike of midnight. It was an animatronic ball. Right. I went to an effects shop in Hollywood and I got snowmakers to have snow go at the strike of midnight. So all of a sudden it's midnight on New Year's Eve and there's snow flurrying down from the sky. And so these types of things are the things that I think people will remember, because they're not expecting it. And so I go back to the same premise. It's like, what can we do that people won't expect? I think the more we can do those sorts of things, the more people will want to be in our orbit.
Bro, I think you're spot on. I absolutely love that. I just had the imagery, right? We're out here in California and we got the snow coming down and the big ball drop. Like, that would be something that you will remember for a lifetime, right? It's totally unexpected. It's a complete disruption. And it seems as though you're creating training experiences that are just as disruptive as some of these, huge thought leaders that are coming in and disrupting the auto industry, disrupting the way we buy products, the way we shop, like all of those things, creating that change, but doing it in a fluid and fun way. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just disrupt this conversation right here, right now. We're going to go a different direction. Surprise! Surprise! All right, here's what we're going to do. I mentioned this planner that I got. Right? I mentioned this thing, and it's got an inspirational or motivational quote on the top of every single page in the planner, which I love, right? So what we're going to do right here is, this past week, there's been some really good ones, And so I'm going to go through, I'm just going to hit you with it. And then I want you to just kind of respond with your first thought and give me basically you're going to give me 60-second keynotes. Okay. This is the theme, and then you're going to deliver a 60-second keynote, on the spot, quick fire, rapid fire. It's going to be fun. But listen, hey, before Billy does that, all right, we're at the 6 o'clock hour. We started a little bit late. I don't really care about that because we're going to hang out here because him and I are having fun. But I need you to do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, if you're on Clubhouse, you got to follow Billy, right? Billy's right there in the thing. Where's he at? How many people are in here? There's 322 people in here, so I expect 322 more follows on Billy as of right now. And then I need you to ping some other people in the room so they can follow Billy too, because it's going to be super fun. For those of you that are on Facebook, if you haven't shared already, make sure you share this sucker out. And then, Billy, where do you want them to go connect with you if they're on Facebook?
If they're on Facebook, just look up Billy Samoa.
Okay, just look up Billy Samoa. You'll find him. There's not a whole lot of Billy Samoas out there in the world, especially ones that are doing big things like this guy right here. All right, so connect with Billy Samoa online. Follow Billy Samoa on Clubhouse. All right, you ready, Billy?
Well, let's do this.
All right, first one. All right, I'm going to hit you with it, and then you're going to give me a 60-second keynote that is just going to blow my mind. It's going to be incredibly memorable. No pressure at all.
Gotcha.
All right?
Gotcha. I'm in. Let's do this.
All right, first one says, only look back to see how far you've come.
Why do we choose to reason by analogy? It's because it's the only thing that we've ever seen. We've looked back to look at the way things have been. But as Elon Musk would say, think about things from a first principles perspective. And what that means is, don't assume that the best way to do something is the way it's been done before. Instead, boil things down to their fundamental truths, to their base level, and think about it from a perspective of what absolutely is true no matter what. And that may be the laws of physics, and that may be something that you know you cannot change, don't think that just because something has been like a car or a movie or a bicycle, that you can't create something brand new from the ground up in a totally unique and inspired way. The less we think about the way things are, the more we will innovate and change the paradigm of the way things will be.
That was incredible, bro. Like goosebumps on my arms. That was so good. And look at you too. You settled in too. You were like, yeah, that was good. That was good. And you're ready for the next pitch. I can already tell you're like,
Oh man.
Dude, Billy, that was incredible, man. And spot on. I'm glad we're recording this. Golly, I'm gonna go back and listen to that like 100 times. Like there's people commenting in Facebook like mind blown, dude, because that was fire. Absolute fire. All right, cool. This is gonna be great. We're gonna do another one. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, this one was by Pete Daly. Sent this one in. Pete Daly said, one person's commitment is worth more than 1,000 with opinions.
What is commitment? Commitment is a decision that you make to yourself. It is not a decision that you make for someone else. Stop living your life thinking about what others want you to do. Stop living your life thinking about what others expect of you. Challenge yourself to make a decision today that you will never, and I repeat, never, ever, ever give up on. Once you've made that decision, take yourself to a new place where you will not ever go back and where you will look back and say, that was the moment in time where my life changed.
Bro, this is so good. This is so good. I love how you're like, and then just pow, spitting fire, just like that, dude. Spot on. Make the commitment. Just decide this is the moment that's going to change the rest of your life, right? Like this is the moment you're going to look back on. Dude, I love it. I love it. We're going to do one more. All right. We're going to do one more.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's see. I had 5 in here, but we're going to do one more. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go with the one from earlier. You heard this one. I said it at the beginning of the show. This was the one from Miles, my man Miles right here. All right, we're going to dig in on Miles's quote. Yeah, it was good, right? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. My whole system froze up for a second there, but I'm back. All right, you ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, this one here says, the best way to predict the future is to invent it.
The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Okay. When we walk through life, we often think about what we've been doing and we think about why we've made the mistakes that we've made. I choose to live my life not looking back saying, I wish I had, but rather looking back and saying, I'm glad I did. If I continue to innovate and create the future of my life, I will be in total control of the journey that I'm on. As I write the story of my life, it's incredibly important that I make sure that I don't ever allow myself to doubt, to be consumed with fear, or to allow myself to live my life for other people.
Bro, you're dropping so much fire over here that my system's going nuts. My system's going nuts. It's like, it's freezing. Like, I think you're frozen now. Are you frozen? Can you still hear me? Yeah, you can't hear me. He got zapped. Dude. He's killing the game over here, and he got zapped. All right, he's dropping bombs. He's dropping fire. I'm going to pivot right here. We were going to get ready to shut this down over on Facebook. Anyway, we're going to continue this interview over on Clubhouse. We're going to keep going over on Clubhouse, but it looks like he got froze up. My computer started doing some really weird stuff right there at the end as he was dropping bombs. So that's my man, Billy. Billy, if you can hear me over on Clubhouse, just hang tight. All right. We're going to continue this interview over on Clubhouse, but we are going to shut it down here on Facebook. Look, my Facebook peeps, my Facebook friends, my Facebook fam, dude, blow this guy up today. Blow him up today. I want him to call me later today and be like, Glenn, tell your people to leave me alone. Like, that's how much I want you to blow him up. Encourage him. Pour into him. Thank him for being a part of hashtag Rise and Grind. Thank him for being a part of your morning. Thank him for challenging your thoughts, right? Thank him for pouring a new perspective into you today, because that's what Billy did. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing human, clearly, right? A child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything, made Billy to be the best version of himself that he can possibly be. And he's leaning into that. He's stepping into that. It's with fullness. He's disrupting people's lives, which I love because it's what it's all about, right? So pour into him. Billy, thank you so much for being on hashtag Rise and Grind. We're going to continue on Breakfast with Champions. For those of you that are on Facebook, if you want to hop on over to Breakfast with Champions and come join us, we would absolutely love that. We're going to be hanging out there until 10 a.m. this morning. David Meltzer is coming in a little bit later. Brian Benstock's dropping some stuff. Lisa Copeland's going to be on fire. Michelle McLean is going to be in there. It's going to be absolutely amazing today. So if you're on Clubhouse, come join us over there. Otherwise, have an amazing day, an over-the-top day, a phenomenal, incredibly memorable day. Go surprise somebody today, dude. Go surprise somebody, right? Make it a memorable day, and then we'll see you back here again Monday morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke.